D-Mac. Let's talk. All right. So this afternoon, I want to get into a conversation that everybody's been really talking about these past couple of weeks, and that's Liangelo Ball in the Summer League. And the question has been, has he proved that he's NBA ready? And we've had so many different takes on that. And I just wanted to throw my take out there because there's so many different things. And this is just D-Mac's point of view right here. So I'm about to give it to you. All right. In my perspective, it's like this. When Cupcheck came on and said that, LaMelo, will they give each star an opportunity to have a workout partner to come and work out with him? We all knew who Melo's workout partner was going to be. It was going to be his brother Liangelo, who's a better workout partner for LaMelo than Liangelo, especially as far as shooting and defense, because um, Liangelo and Lonzo were the defensive players when they were at Chino Hill. I hope everybody know that. Liangelo does have defense. And so when Liangelo came to work out with LaMelo, they saw some things. They saw some things that they liked. They saw enough that they gave him an invitation to their summer league. They already seen that this kid can shoot. They already seen that this kid has all of the capabilities to be an NBA player. And to be able to scoop up a pure shooter like that for mere pennies on the dollar is going to be a great move for the Charlotte Hornets. And this is what they saw. They saw an opportunity to pick up a player for pennies on the dollars that could bring a great impact to their team. That's all he needs to do is knock off the rust and get his confidence back. And this is what Liangelo Ball is doing right now. That was the whole purpose for him being in the summer league, is to knock off the rust and to get his confidence back, because his spot is secured. Now you look at it, LaMelo Ball is Charlotte's franchise player. It's established, it's already said. So they are not going to risk um, they're not going to risk making their franchise player upset by playing games with his brother. So they're not going to bring his brother on there just to give him a look, just to appease LaMelo Ball, and then just cut him or let him go. So that's not going to happen. I'm telling you now, LeVar Ball is a different type of father, and the way he conducts business concerning his sons, he will not allow that to happen. So Liangelo Ball being on the summer league team is just a formality. That's all it is a formality for him to knock off the rush, for him to get back in the habit of playing basketball, and his getting his basketball IQ back intact, so that he can go out there and perform when it's time for him to go out and perform, and he doesn't have that lagging with him to knock off the rush. This is where Liangelo Ball is right now. The kid is not wanting for anything. He's not struggling to get into the league. We say that he's struggling to get into the league because he's not coming the traditional route that everybody else comes. And when somebody's not coming the traditional route that is known for basketball players to come into the league, then they're going to say, oh, he's struggling to get into the NBA. No, he's just taking a different route. And this family is known for taking a different route. Now, he's played professional basketball in Lithuania, and he's played professional basketball in Australia. And so he's played against top pro competition in Australia, because the Australian league is not a weak league. As we see, our American team went over there and they had a difficult time against this Australian team and other teams as well. We give a whole lot of regard to the NBA as far as talent, but we are constantly reaching overseas to these leagues to take their talent. Look at Doncic, look at Jokic, look at all the itches that we've gotten from overseas, because we recognize that there are talent in them leagues. So for us to say that they're playing in a league against people who aren't NBA caliber talent, that's a lie. who came from Australia, who came from Spain, who came from Greece. All of these countries have produced some of the greatest players that are in the NBA right now, playing at championship level. And one of those guys just won a championship. So for people to say that they played in a league and they haven't played against NBA type talent, that's a lie. They played against NBA type talent when they were in Australia. And let's go and say that, yeah, LaMelo won Rookie of the Year in Australia. Why? If anybody who follows the Ball family, they know that that was during the time that Liangelo was hurt and he was playing on a bad ankle. So when you have a guy who runs the court and he's known for running and his ankle is bad, then that's definitely going to interfere with his play. And so people are just throwing out their opinions like it's gold. And it's fine to have an opinion about something, but look at the facts of a thing before you make an opinion, because somebody's going to come through to challenge that opinion who has more knowledge of the situation than you do. So now let's look. Liangelo Ball, he's not hurting for any money, so it's not like he's going to be coming in and trying to negotiate for millions and millions of dollars. So like I said, you're getting a steal. You're getting a pure shooter for pennies on the dollar, and that gives you room to be able to maneuver and make more moves. And based on what Charlotte is doing right now, and they're in talks with Cleveland Cavaliers to try to get a big man and try to get rid of Hayward and get rid of that $140 million bust, then that's going to open them up with a lot of space to do more things and spend a little bit of money to get some extra players that they're going to need to have depth on their bench. So that means that they're going to have a little bit of space to give Liangelo Ball maybe $1 million or whatever they want to offer him, but that's on them. But Liangelo Ball is solidified. I want people to know that everybody keeps saying, is he doing enough in the summer league? He done enough. Period. Point blank. He showed them what they needed to see. They knew he was a shooter already, so it wasn't all about him going out there and scoring 20 and 30 points a game. It was about seeing how he moves without the ball in his hands. Does he create opportunities? Does he make people better around him? Does he impact the game when he's in the game versus when he's out of the game? These are the things that the Charlotte Hornets were looking at, and they saw everything that they needed to. He didn't need to go in and play 20 minutes every time. In this next game, he don't need to go in and prove anything, because Liangelo Ball has already proved to the Charlotte Hornets that he would be a good addition to their team. And those are the only people that Liangelo Ball needs to prove anything to. Everybody else, well, that's just a wish list. And everybody's going to put this kid under a microscope because of who he is, because of the way his family is doing things, and the opposition that's been against his father from day one. So just know that people are going to have him under a microscope, and they're going to critique anything that he does that they don't see fit. That target is always going to be on his back until he comes in and solidifies his spot and does what he came to do. And this is what his two brothers has done before him, and this is what Liangelo is going to come in and do as well. If he does it on a high level, that's cool. If he does it on a lower level, that's cool too. Nobody says anything about the difference between Steph and Seth Curry. Seth Curry is in his rights. He's a solid player. He's definitely a good wingman to have on your team, but he's no Steph. But nobody gives him any gripes about not being Steph. They let him be Seth. So let Liangelo be Liangelo. Quit trying to make Liangelo LaMelo, try to make Liangelo Lonzo, or any other rookie who's coming into the league this season. Let him be Liangelo and let him do what Liangelo do. Y'all don't go. Y'all don't expect certain players to go out there and do things that's outside of the character of what they're known for. You're not going to expect. You're not going. Oh, okay, perfect example. When Giannis was going out there and shooting all those threes and missing all those threes, everybody said Giannis need to quit shooting those threes. Giannis is not known for shooting threes. That's outside of his character. But he was trying something new because people kept on, they kept on complaining about Giannis can't shoot no threes. When have we ever required for our big men to shoot threes? Just because some big men can shoot threes don't mean that every big man has to be able to shoot a three to be a valuable big man. But we always place these other expectations on people that is not in their level of capability, and it's not what they're needed for. So if you put a person in the role that they're supposed to play and use them to their strengths, then maximize what you can get out of them based on the talent that you scouted them for, then that's the whole purpose and point. But trying to get somebody and then turning them into something else is never going to work. So leave Liangelo alone. Let Liangelo play like Liangelo ball, and he's gonna do his thing. And if he get on the team with his brother LaMelo, he's gonna be that wingman to set up in the corner and wait for LaMelo to find him, because LaMelo is gonna find him. This is one of the great things about the young kid, is that he's gonna find you if you're open. And we've seen in the summer league, Liangelo has a tendency to run and make himself open because he's used to LaMelo looking for him to be open. And so now these guys that he playing with don't understand that style of basketball, so they don't know to look for him. And so there was a lot of times where there were missed opportunities. But LaMelo is not going to miss those opportunities because he knows his brother. He been playing with him all summer, and that was the chemistry that they saw to give Liangelo an opportunity to even come and try out. They saw that chemistry that he had with his brother, and they said if we can get that in the game, it'll be over. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. So all of y'all that's speculating and saying Liangelo is struggling this and that, whenever him and his brother get together and start lighting up the world and they become the new Swish brothers, I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna refer y'all to this episode right here, because this is the end all be all. Liangelo is his spot is solidified in Charlotte. He's a Hornet, and those other guys, they're jockeying for a roster spot. Liangelo's is secure. It was secured from day one whenever they gave him the invitation to come. So we'll just revisit this conversation a little bit later on down the road whenever Liangelo is comfortable in Charlotte. This is your boy D Mac, man. Like I say, sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.